Hello everybody, I'm Matthew Austin and SamuraiHex, and welcome back to another episode of the Manager of the Legends Journeyman save. With me, Matthew, and our manager, Neil Brandon. Now in today's episode, we are coming towards the end of the transfer window, so we'll see the last little bits of that and see if anyone joins or leaves, as well as playing two games. I think one in the FA Cup and one in the UEFA Europa League. As you can see, we've played a load of games. Because we're on the 29th of January, so played a lot of games. But yeah, if you're excited for this episode, give the video a like. And yeah, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for mobile notifications. Comment a comment, don't care what you say as long as it's nice and friendly. And yeah, check out my Twitter /X profile down in the description below. I said this last episode, I don't know how many people have clicked it by now, because recording this exactly right after the last episode, and that came out a few days ago or whatever. Just check my Twitter X profile, give it a quick follow. I'm trying to build a bit of community on Twitter /X, mostly just so it'll be in a good way for when I get my book published. I'm still writing it, about 20,000 words off completion, I would say. Nearing the end of the third act, or halfway through the third act, I should say. So yeah, hopefully that'll all be done, and then you can see stuff about my book. I'll also post stuff probably on here as well when it's getting ready to do stuff with that. But yeah, check all that out. Check the Discord out in the description below as well. If the link doesn't work, just say in the comment section and I'll change the link. But yeah, let's get into the episode. So first off, let us look at the transfers, because we've been quite busy. Of course, we've played, last episode was the end of the January transfer window, and now we're nearing the end of the winter transfer window, the January transfer window, instead of it being the summer window. I'll just quickly go on the people who have left. Reece Hill went on loan to Salford. Luca Edwards went on loan to Portsmouth. We then sold Emerson Royal. He's gone to Palmeiras. He was not playing nearly as enough as I was hoping he could play. And of course, the Director of Football saw that and sold him for $6 million. Could rise to just under $8 million, which is good to see. He was quite good last season. But this season, given signings and other players and his injury at the start of the season, he just couldn't get into the team. And yeah, he's been sold. We've also learned that Mikel Mendes, Ryan Hayes, and Ozturk, who was a player we signed quite recently, because he signed from Fenerbahce. And then he's been loaned back to Fenerbahce. I don't know why he's been loaned to them when he was actually at Rizersspor. Actually, no. It was that Galatasaray originally. I'm getting mixed up. Yeah, I took him in for £300,000 to just under $1 million from Galatasaray. Alex Merritt has joined us as our backup goalkeeper. He's joined us permanently. First at loan. And then I think 3.1 million come next season. Liam McGowan comes in as a youngster, comes in for 160,000 from Rangers. Gregor Cabal comes in for 22.5 million as our first choice goalkeeper from Liverpool. However, he's probably not going to be picked over Samuel, but more on him later. Corey Ferguson, he has joined us from Linfield for £105,000. And just recently, Giovanni Teresi has joined us as our regular star attacking midfielder. Comes in from Genoa for £38 million. And hopefully he'll be a good addition to us. He could even get even better, considering he's only 21. It's already 4-star current ability, which is very good to see. But quick look at transfers out. We're getting rid of a load of players apparently. Goran Huggins might be going on loan to Coventry or Hull, and Samuel, who is still our first choice goalkeeper, after he signed him from Inter the season prior. Feyenoord and Crystal Palace have offered 30 odd million for him, rising to about 45 million. So yeah, he could be easily leaving for either Feyenoord or Crystal Palace. I don't want to see that, because he would still be my first choice over the new goalkeeper signing, but obviously Direct Football's bought him in and then might be selling Samuel. And Scarpetto, who has become ever so good. He's been getting Argentinian caps. He's got 2 of them now. He was given a contract at the start of last season, or start of this season, but apparently had a £55 million release clause that ended in 2034. So because of that, Liverpool have gone in for £55 million. We've had to accept it because it's the release clause, and I can't say Direct Football give him a new contract, because it's not in the terms of the rules. So he's probably leaving. If he does leave, I'll be upset. If he doesn't leave, I'll be very happy with him, and we'll be wanting to keep him forever, because he's been that good. In terms of the results though, so we've played a load of games. First off was the Brighton game in the Premier League. We lost that 2-1. They played a Rapid, one of our former clubs, on these Journeyman episodes we have done. I think it was my second Journeyman save in the first year of doing YouTube, on Football Manager YouTube at least. But yeah, we beat them 5-2 in the Europa League. Then played Chelsea, lost that 1-0. Then played Dinamo Batumi at the Georgian club, beat them 4-1. Then beat Wolves 2-0, Norwich 3-0, lost to Southampton 3-1, beat Slavia Prague 3-1, beat Newcastle 2-1, then lost to Man City on penalties in the FA Cup 4th round. Then lost to Tottenham 5-3 in the Premier League, then beat Marseille 4-0, Man U 1-0, and Cologne 4-0 in Europa League for 2 of them, and Man U Premier League. Aston Villa we drew 0-0, Leeds we won 3-0. Then we had a really poor run of form in December. So at first we lost to Osijek, Croatian side, 4-2. Then we drew against Brentford, lost to Brighton 2-0, drew against Sunderland 4-0, lost Arsenal 3-2, and drew with Man City 3-0. And then recently in January, first game of January, we drew 3-3 with Liverpool. However, we went back to winning ways against Wigan in the FA Cup 3rd round, where we beat them at 6-2. Then we played Watford and won that 4-2. Everton we won 5-2. Bournemouth we won 2-0. Rosenborg we won 4-1. And then just recently, we've played Cardiff in the FA Cup 4th round, and drew 1-1. So today's episode, we've got the game against Real Sociedad in the Europa League, and we also have a game against Chelsea in the Premier League. After that, we'll be doing the end of the transfer window, and I'm hoping that Samuel and Scarpetto have not been sold. Probably will be, in all honesty though. If I just quickly go at the team that I've played and that have been good so far. Gedry's been amazing. Cezille's come into the side and been amazing. Mars has been our main choice defender. Mostly playing at left back, but also playing at right centre back. Scarpetto's been amazing. Lupus has been amazing. Zaza's been amazing. Ramsas has been amazing. Connor Smith has been amazing. Toklomati has been amazing. They've just all been amazing. And unfortunately, Archie would be also in the amazing thing as well. It technically is, but he's been injured with a fractured lower leg, so he's out for a while. So we kind of don't want to lose Scarpetto until at least Archie comes back into the side. But yeah, we've got the game against Real Sociedad in Europa League. I haven't shown you the league though. We're currently 7th in the league. Equal points with 8th place Aston Villa, and just 1 point behind 6th place Man City. Newcastle currently the team top of the league, and then followed by Chelsea, then followed by Brighton, the Man U. If I just quickly look, Wolves got a 9-point deduction for heading into administration. They had about 250 million in debt, in the Premier League, and they got an 9-point deduction for that. So they should be coming up to 10th place and maybe trying to get into Europe, but 9 points deducted. They're currently 14th with 24 points, more closer to the relegation zone than the playoff and the Europa League positions and all that. In terms of the Europa League currently, we've already qualified as into the buy-up for the next round. So we're home leg for, I think, the quarterfinal or round 16, something like that. And currently top of the league as well. So if we win this, we'll be hopefully finishing first and being the best side in the whole of the Europa League. We'll be getting home ties advantages and all that stuff. But I've gone on way too long. So we've got Samuel in goal, Gendre, Cecile and Marsa and Thomas as our back four. Scarpetto and Lopez are 2 DMs. Zaza is our right winger. We've got Ramsas as our AMC, Connor Smith as our AML, and Toklamati as our striker. That leaves Kobo for Teresi, Gula, Mampasi, Innocent, Huggins, Romero, LaSalle, Merritt, Paul, and Ramazani all on the bench. As I have to give a number to Teresi, I will give the number 17. And we'll get into the game, hopefully win it, and see ourselves as the best team in the Europa League in terms of the league phase. Alright, it's 4th minute. No highlights so far, but Zaza has been injured, which is unfortunate. So because of that, Ardgula will have to come on. As we did get a highlight, 45th minute, and it's a goal. Carlos Lopez scores for West Ham to make it 1-0 us. It is Real Sociedad in Spain. And it's now half time, 1-0 up, with the sub made to replace Zaza for Gula. Let's get another highlight, 50th minute, second highlight of the game. And can we tackle? No, we can't, but we do get a tackle with Gendry. He does decently well, but the clearance doesn't go to Smith. And then, oh Samuel, what are you doing? You should have saved that, but you don't. Because of that, it's now 1-1. 56th minute, I've had enough of Toklamati and his poor performance. So can Ramsas will go striker. He's been playing there a few times, and Teres can get his first game for the club off the bench. As 67th minute, we'll make our last 3 subs of the game. Ramsas is uninterested in feedback, so Ramazan is going to have to come on for him. Luke Thomas has not had a good game, so I reckon Marza for him, and then Sadabak can be placed by Romero, who is no longer unhappy, I don't think. No, he's no longer unhappy because he's been playing enough for his needs to be happy, to make him happy and all that stuff. Gedrick can also be taken off, probably for Hector 4. And that'll be the sub so far. Hopefully we can get a goal and win this game. It's 3rd minute. And it's another highlight for Real Sociedad, as it is them playing quite lovely football. Hopefully this isn't a goal. I think Sammy should have done better, and he seemed to just go through him. And because of that, we're 2-1 down, and I'm going to berate the team. As hopefully we can get an equaliser now, but it should never have been us losing this 2-1. Samuel with the ball up top goes to no one, and now thankfully Lopez has been the best player on the pitch for West Ham in this game, as he plays at the ball to Teresi, gives it to Scarpetto. His ball looks poor, maybe his head has been turned by the money move to Liverpool. However, we do get it back, and this time with Ardgula, can he cross it in? Yes, can. And however, I think it was Scarpetto's shot was miles over. Was it Ramazani? It was one of those two. As it is still with us, and Ramazani scores, thankfully. And our blushes that have been spared, and hopefully now it's a 2-2 draw, or at least a 3-2 victory to West Ham. I doubt there'll be another highlight this game, which there isn't, but thankfully we got the draw. I'll say I'm not happy because we should have won that game. And it does take us down all the way from first in the league of the table thing to 5th. And if we had won, we would have been first still. So disappointing there. And now we'll go ahead to the the Chelsea game. Zaza is only injured for 2 days. He had to be taken off, which is unfortunate. Going Huggins has gone on loan to Coventry, so I think that gives us another place in the team, which it does. Can we register anyone that has been unregistered? Maybe Chijoki Bull can come into the side because he has been unregistered. He's always unhappy with me. He can be registered for now. Whether that'll be at the end of the season, I don't know. But now to skip ahead to the game against Chelsea, so I will see you for that in a short bit. Just something that I've got to show you from last time. We have a new contract, £47,000 per week, running till 2035. So contract was running at the end of the season, and I think we've gained about 10 or 12 or 13,000 pound increase in our wage, which is very good to see. Right, we're here for the game against Chelsea. So the team going in for this game, we've got Samuel in goal, which could be his last game ever, his last ever game for us, considering he's still in the process of either leaving to Feyenoord or Crystal Palace. Romero comes in as our right back. Zazil and Mampasa to centre backs. Luke Thomas is our left back. Got Scoppetto, who's also could be leaving, considering he's got an offer on from Liverpool. He's with Carlos Lopez in the DM slots. And then we've got Ojeda, or Hoyeda, or Oyeda, or Ojeda. I don't know how to pronounce that. Tell me how to pronounce it properly in the comment section below. Please and thank you. He's in as our right winger. We've got Gula as our AMC. Martinelli comes in as our AML, and Ramsas as our striker. That leaves all these on the bench: Kobal, Zaza, Tressi, Toklameti, Gendry, Ramazani, Al Amrani, Fort, and Smith. I suppose I could have dropped Odgood or put him on the right hand side and then played the new guy, Tressi. But I kind of forgot. We even had him. As it is half time, we've had the best results so far in terms of the highlights. As I will say, I have faith in everybody. As hopefully the second half we will win. Get a goal and win the game, I mean. It's 52nd minute. I reckon Ardegulis after going off. He's not had a good game. So Teresa can come on for him. I reckon we'll stick Scoppetto off for Hector 4. Actually, who would more prefer? A tired Lopez or a tired Scoppetto? Probably a tired Lopez, considering last game, and he's currently got our only player on a 7. Ramazas can be taken off for a Toklamati, however. We'll leave it like that for now. We'll make one of our last subs. Luke Thomas could be taken off, but no one can play for him. Martinelli's apprehensive. He's been apprehensive all game, so Connor Smith can come on for him. And I'm looking at maybe a Jada being taken off, as this highlight for Chelsea very nearly goes into the back of the net, but it's good clearance in the end. As we make our last sub of the game, Jada could be taken off for Zaza. Hopefully his brilliance can get us a goal. As it is half time with no goals, no disallowed goals, no penalty incidents. And yeah, I'll probably only really show you the substitutes on half time, I think. And we had some highlights, nothing happened. And Chelsea had some highlights, nothing happened. I will say, if we look at the numbers, we're okay. That's all, whatever it says, because it's motivated the players. And as we get to the transfer deadline day, we are currently 7th place, a point ahead of 8th place Aston Villa, but they have a game in hand. However, we have a game in hand on Man City, who are a point in front of us with 25 games played. We've got 24 and 39 points, so we could easily still stick in 7th place in the end if we have a chance. As now we're here for the transfer deadline day, and apparently we've got some players joining. First one is this guy, Fabian Payan, who has been looked at by us, and Chan Yugen, another player being looked at by us. We also might be going in for Thomas Araujo, who's really good and surplus performance at Atletico. And then the players leaving are Scopetto, Samuel, and Alan Taylor, who's currently could be going on loan to Doncaster or Northampton. So we will take part, and I'll skip ahead to anything that of interest that happens. So this is interesting. Scopetto and could be going to Borussia Dortmund because it took so long for Liverpool to finalise the deal. Dortmund have gone in for 55 million on their deadline day, so he could be leaving for them. So Samir Al Amrani, who was just getting into the side so far this season, he has been loaned out to my arch rivals, Nottingham Forest. Hopefully he will be a very good player. Apparently he's an important player, so hopefully he'll be very good for Forest and get them promoted, or at least do well for Forest and maybe not get them promoted for a Derby point of view. But I want him to be successful, so it doesn't matter for me. However, though, Chian, one of the players that the director of football's going in for, who is absolute rubbish, and I don't know why he's going in for him, has had his work permit rejected. I'm going to have to appeal it because that's what I do. If he doesn't repeal, then we'll reject it. Because normally they actually send the ESC slot themselves, and no, I cannot accept that. When it comes to these things, I like decide if I want him or not. When it comes to allocating ESC slots, because sometimes they allocate them, sometimes they don't automatically, and when they don't, I decide whether I want them or not, which is better, kind of cheating the system. And then I just reject them or accept it, and they get join or leave. However, Fabian Payan has joined us. He was at Millonarios in Colombia at the start of his career. He's been at Leipzig where he's played a few games, and now he's at West Ham. Good signing there, hopefully. I will ask Zaza to talk to him and send him on an intensive language course. Scopetto has left. Oh boy. I think it was like our first signing, or one of the first signings we ever did at West Ham. And got for 21.5 million from River Plate. He had an average season in first end of the first season he was with us. First proper season he was average as well, but this season he has been amazing, and of course Liverpool have seen that. I've gone in for him and offered him an important player, £155,000 a week. I think we were offering him about 40,000, so he's got 100,000 odd more wage increase, and it's sad to see him go. And probably don't even get the full money because River Plate have got more money, which is unfortunate. And Samuel has also left. He's doing Crystal Palace. We've paid £27.5 million for him in the Championship. Wow, that is a lot of money to play in the Championship. And he's good enough quality for top half Premier League team, I'd reckon. So that shows you how much Crystal Palace are good, or have much money that they can turn the head of someone like Samuel, who's now on £25,000 per week in the Championship. Has he got a wage increase? Can I see that or not? He's got a 25% wage increase, so it's going to go even up even more if they get promoted. And considering that they're currently first, and they're probably going to get promoted. They're trying to sign this guy, Yannick Niamsi, Cameroonian goalkeeper, currently at Cadiz in La Liga 2, as well as a few other players. He's going to come in as backup, apparently dead cheap. Fabian Payan, who has just joined us, has now immediately gone out on loan to Werder Bremen, but hopefully he will get game time and do well for them. Come back a really good player for us. Niamzi's had his work permit rejected, and because of this, he has, and the director of football has, or technical director has, rejected actually getting him in. There's another player that could have joined us, is Prethen Xhaka, a youngster from Orient in, I think, second tier of Croatia that I remember. Orient from one we were with Krisa Zubachavci. I'm going to have to cancel that because his work permit was rejected, and we do not have enough reason then to give him an ESC slot for saying he's only a youngster. And overall, a disappointing transfer deadline day. And disappointing as well, considering that players left us who were crucial to us. So, but during transfer deadline day was Fabian Payan, who could become good. Hopefully, we'll get to 3-star when he's at Werder Bremen. However, we did sell some unfortunate players that have left us. Scott Petto left Liverpool after they wanted the man and played the minimum free release clause of £55 million. And we also stupidly sold our top goalkeeper, Samuel, just because we got an older, worse goalkeeper as first choice when he's never been first choice in my opinion. But hey, he's first choice now. So yeah, disappointing transfer. Ends the transfers. It started off well, ended poorly. But you can't have everything. At least we brought players in at least, and they look decent. But yeah, that is enough for this episode. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please give the video a like. It does help the channel out immensely. You can also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell as well, so you get push notifications and mobile notifications, desktop notifications to sort. Also comments saying how did you think the games went and how did you think the transfer window went. Also, check out my Twitter /X profile down in the description below. I'm trying to promote it now so I can get a bit of a following for when hopefully my book gets ready to be published, as well as other things such as Discord, where hopefully you can come join the community. It's only 3 or 4 of us, and it's mostly just me and my friends, but hey, you can join, you can stick around. It might be quiet at first, so don't think about leaving straight away. But you can just join, stick around, and hopefully you'll be around for when it grows up to be a bigger community. But yeah, I've been Matthew, also known as SamuraiHex, and I'll see you all next time. Hex signing out. Bye everybody.